If you love books, you're in the right place. If you don't love books, stick around and let me change your mind. This is Big Ideas in Books, a Nurturing Big Ideas book review with Yvonne DeVita, Big Idea Facilitator. And we're going to talk today about a really important book. I think that too many people want to write a book and don't, and it makes me sad. So when I was offered Dan Janal's book, Write Your Book in a Flash, I couldn't resist. You know, he really built a system, a true paint by numbers system to help you write your book. You know, it's for business executives, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders, people like you. And people like me. I've written books. One book really launched my business back in 2004. And I have another book in the drawer, so to speak. It's being written. After having read Write Your Book in a Flash, I am more excited now about finishing that book. I don't want to be one of the people who dream of writing a book but get stopped in their tracks because they don't have a system to follow. So let's talk some more about what he means in this. First thing he does is he asks, what's your story? Nurturing Big Ideas is all about that, because story is everything. Story is what we are, who we are, and how we convey all of that to the world. He talks about help getting to the next big thing. Is that your story? You're going to help people get to the next big thing? Do you want to build your brand to get more clients? Increase fame, charge more money, reinvent yourself. All of those things are important. And he talks about more than that in the book. You need to get the book and really read it. I like that he says books make these things happen. And I want to read this quote out loud from Vail Wright, the author of Thoughtfully Ruthless, The Key to Exponential Growth. So she says, before you start writing, you need to know why you want to write a book. As leadership and innovation experts, my clients kept telling me that I had to write a book to share my ideas and stories with a broader audience. I wrote my book to help executives and entrepreneurs rapidly grow their business, magically create more time, and boost their energy. That's kind of magical to me, even with the typos. So I clearly was typing too fast when I typed that in there, but the reality is writing a book is for leadership and innovation experts. And if you're out there creating a small business, you're on the fast track to leadership and innovation, because I like to say you have talent, and your talent is what's creating magic, and your magic is what's going to make you money. And you know what? Writing a book can't hurt. Let's get this out there. The book is not a grammar catcher. He's not going to tell you how to catch grammar mistakes. You can rely on your computer if you want, but you really should get a proofreader. The book's not a tutorial on publishing. If you want more information on that, you should email me. I used to be a publisher. It's not a book on marketing. It's not a book on distribution. I mean, how are you going to market? How are you going to get out there in front of people? Is it going to be in your garage and you have to take it in your car with you everywhere you go? Maybe. You know, we can talk about that. But instead, the 4 sections of this amazing book, along with the workbooks, he offers workbooks. This is just like the frosting on the cake, folks. You get workbooks to help you write your book, and it prepares you to write your book in a flash. Now we're going to talk for a minute about your executive summary. This is really your book's essence. He talks about it quite a bit in the book, and he goes into more details. So really, I can't urge you enough to go out and get this book. The secret to writing a book is having a system. You know, as we talked about, what is the book about? Why do you want to write the book? But beyond that, who is your ideal reader? Let's be serious. If you talk to Nurturing Big Ideas or any other business coach, or guide, we will ask you, who is your ideal client? And you need to describe who your product is for. Well, same for your book. Who is your book for? Why? What problem are you solving? Everyone has a problem. Everyone has a problem. Your products, your services, and your book need to solve that problem. And then you need to understand and convey the benefit they will receive from reading your book. Now you'll notice I have research competing books in great big bold letters at the bottom, because the reality is you need to understand who's out there writing the same kind of content. Who is your competition in the world of writing a book about your topic? Who is it? Look at them carefully. Learn from them. Understand where you fit in the picture, because it's a big world, folks. It's a big picture, and there is a place for you in it. You just need to understand where that place is. So get out there and reach your competition in books. I love this. I love this. This is like one of the best takeaways of the book. How to tell anyone, even your grandmother, what your book is about. So practice this. It's 2 simple sentences. You can write it down and learn from it. My book title is a category that help primary audience achieve benefit. In other words, Write Your Book in a Flash is a writing skills book that helps business executives write books quickly. 2, unlike other category books, book title contains helps people primary differentiating points. So this is the thing that sets you apart. This is where having studied your competitors in the book world helps you, because you build your primary differentiating point from that. Don't go into great detail and write 5 pages built off of these sentences. Keep it short, keep it simple. You have the benefits. What are the benefits? What am I going to learn? How am I going to feel? And what am I going to take away from reading your book? Don't write me 5 pages on that. Condense it. Make sure it's just a sentence or 2. Attention span today can be short. Here is the outline of a book, chapter by chapter, the way he presents it. These are 10 chapters with the 8 key points. There is in the book a daisy illustration, which is wonderful. I did not put it in here because I want you to buy the book and look at it and understand it. All-purpose outline. Your overview and importance of the problem, a history of the problem, the current state of the problem, descriptions of problem and solutions. This is where stories come in, 4 to 9. Descriptions, he might have said stories about it. So the stories are really the foundation of your message. If you can't tell the stories of how you got where you are so you can teach other people, or how you learned from your mistakes and things, then you have a big hurdle to overcome, because stories, life is stories, and stories are everything, and it's part of that problem and solution. And then talk about the future. Why is the future going to be better if people read your book? In the end, you don't have to do it all by yourself. Writing a book is hard work. Past Company Magazine says coaching isn't therapy, it's product development with you as the product. So think about that. Writing should be fun. If it isn't, you should hire a ghostwriter or a book coach. There's no rule saying you have to write your book by yourself. I love this. In fact, many books are collaborations between you, the executive or thought leader writer, and a helper, such as a developmental editor, a book coach, a designer, a copy editor, a ghostwriter, or a co-author. Think about all of those different things. And if you don't understand what they are, again, email me. We can talk. I really love the last quote. It's from my husband, Tom, and it came really out of our publishing company, Windsor Media Enterprises, but he still uses it in his new business, Old Dog Learning. Who wrote the book in your industry? If it isn't you, we should talk, shouldn't we? tune in for more book reviews on all of these things here and more. If you have a book you'd like me to review, just send me an email. If you have a kind of book or an idea, or you want to learn more about certain things that enrich the soul and spark your creativity, if you have a topic you'd like us to cover or a book you'd like us to cover that you've read, write to Nurturing Big Ideas at the email there. This is Yvonne DeVita from Big Ideas in Books, and we'll see you next week.